Unit 11, Recording 29.
Good morning, everyone, and thanks for coming. The aim of this short presentation is to tell you about our new traction kite for cargo ships and supertankers. I'd like to start by asking a question. Why do we need a traction kite? Well, as we all know, cargo ships and supertankers weigh tens of thousands of tons, and the diesel oil that drives these ships is non-renewable and very expensive. We need to use less oil, so we need to use wind energy. We need to use sails to harness that energy. So, what is the problem with other designs for sails? Other designs use a fixed and permanent mast and sail, but this is very expensive for the ship owners, as they need to buy a new boat or fix a mast and sail to their boats. And that brings me to our design brief. Our brief was to design a traction kite which is strong enough to pull a large cargo ship through the water. It must be detachable. That means it can be removed from the ship. Now, let's move on to materials. What is the traction kite made of? And what are the properties of the materials? Well, the kite is made of a special polyester. This material is tough but flexible and lightweight. It has very high tensile strength and low friction. Right, so now let's look at the main parts of the traction kite and their function. As you can see in the diagram, the kite has two very large sails. These are attached to a large oval balloon. The balloon is filled with helium. A small capsule is suspended from the balloon. This capsule contains a 3-man crew and computers. There are sensors on the wings. These sensors detect air pressure and airspeed and send data to the computers. The computers control the speed and direction of the kite. The kite is connected to the client ship using a strong cable. So, how large is this kite? And how high does it fly? Let's look at some dimensions. Well, it's a giant kite. The wingspan is 120 metres from wingtip to wingtip. The area of the sail is 5,000 square metres, and it flies about 300 metres above sea level. All right. Now let's turn to the operation of the kite. How does it work? The kite crew steer the kite to a client ship. They drop the cable to the ship, and the ship's crew attach the cable to the ship. The kite then catches the wind and pulls the ship along with about 6,000 horsepower. When the wind direction changes, or the wind drops, the kite is untied from the ship and travels to another client ship. And finally, I'd like to mention some of the advantages of the traction kite. The kite uses wind power, which is a renewable source. Ships which use the traction kite can use 35% less fuel on a voyage. Carbon emissions are also reduced, and the system is less expensive for the ship owners. They don't have to buy new ships with sails. They simply pay to use the kite sail when they need it.